very rarely do we ever spend enough time talking about swag. And when the topic came up, Bob Izumi, I thought there are few people in Canada, in all of Canada, who know more about swag than you. Like, how much swag is at the Izumi house right now?
Quite a bit. I'm 45 years in the fishing business, so that gives you an idea of how much can accumulate in 45 years. Are we talking boats, fishing lures, fishing hats, rods, reels? I don't know. The fishing business is a swag business because everybody dreams to go fishing and have equipment, right?
Right. But it's also the clothing. I mean, today you're sporting a Columbia sportswear cap. Columbia is one of your many companies that associate with you. You have professional contracts with who? Columbia?
Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, Ranger Boats, Mercury Outboards, Tire Discounter Group, Firestone Tires. A number of companies actually. Lawrence Electronics, Power Pole, and it's been a long time. That's what I've done for a living now for 45 years, is had endorsement deals. And of course, with the TV show that we did for 38 years, we had a lot of advertisers. But there's always that endorsement part too.
Well, here's the thing, Bob. Like, basically, as Canada's most famous fisherman, like you became, I was talking to someone last night in Cambridge, Ontario, you're like the Wayne Gretzky of fishing.
Yeah, I guess.
What would it be?
Yeah, I like the comparison.
The Wayne Gretzky, Babe Ruth, and Michael Jordan of fishing is right here at a Tim Hortons. Does it get more Canadian than this?
Not too much, especially doing it in a Tim Hortons in the winter, sipping on a coffee. And the funny thing about it is, Gary, that this is the first talk I've ever done with a camera talking about swag in 45 years.
Really? But I thought it would be an interesting topic because when I think about, we hung out before, we never did get to go fishing, but one thing that impressed me is how do I say this in a polite, respectful way? Your body is basically for sale. And anyone who wants to write a check can get product placement all over your physique. Isn't that true?
Good luck with that. The belly right now is at a premium. It's larger, so you get a lot of advertising space there. But you're right, Gary. It's so neat though in my situation because, like, Mercury Outboards, I've been with them for 45 years. I believe in their motors. I love them. I fish tournaments. I fish professional tournaments now for my entire career. Bass tournaments all over North America and other fishing tournaments. And all the companies that I work with are ones that I've worked with for years and years and years for the most part. I've had long tenures with these companies. And you got to pinch me sometimes, or I got to pinch myself sometimes just to even realize, you lucky bugger. I've been making a living now for so long, promoting companies and doing it all in a sport I love to do, which is in fishing. How weird is that?
Well, Look, what advice would you give to anyone right now? You actually are one of those people, and a great Canadian. You've transformed passion into purpose, and you got a paycheck for it and a lot of swag. Someone watching right now, Bob, and they want to do what they were born to do, what would you tell them?
Well, first off, my dad used to say this all the time, dear. Be humble, don't expect things, never owe anybody anything, and work harder than you're supposed to. And I mean, those things resonate. Even though he was gone back, he died when I was like 21 years old, but I was just starting in the fishing business. I was my first year in it, so he got to come to one of my seminars in Barrie for about 450 people, so it was really cool back before he passed away. But he used to say those things to me, so you really, in my business, you got to over-deliver. And I know that sounds weird to a lot of people that might be listening to this, but when I say that is, it doesn't matter what company I work with, I'm going to work my rear end off for them because they don't need me. But boy, I sure appreciate working with them, especially on the products I love to use. And Bass Pro Shops and Abu Garcia and Berkeley and all these companies that I have worked with for a long time, Ranger Boats and stuff, is I love the product. It's what I use. If I had another job, I'd still be fishing and I'd be buying those things and working, working hard just to afford those rods, reels, motors, whatever. But I get to work with those companies. It doesn't really get much better than that.
Look, it's so great that we were able to connect and have a coffee in this most Canadian of establishments.
Right on.
That date back to 1964 and the great Tim Horton. Bob Izumi. He is Canada's fishing legend, and as they say, you can't create a legend without a story, and you just might be one story away from creating your own legend.
Thanks, Garrett. Appreciate it.
Thank you.